Hello there, and welcome back to the Sith Taker live stream of Tabletop X-Wing using Tabletop Simulator. I am producer Tim, and I will be your commentator for this evening. Ben will be back shortly, as we are back for our second game of the evening. This time, so Wouter is back, and he has just won his top 4 knockout game versus Eli May. And he's basically going to run the same list, which is 4 Academy ties and then Rear Admiral Chirano with all the toys, including Admiral Sloane. And he's now facing off against Andy Cameron in their Jedi Council League match, which is like our Premier League for the Sith Taker League. And Andy has brought a bombardment drone with Traj Sim, proton bombs and ion bombs, and looks like 5 of the Nantex, all the PS3 Hive Guards with Predator. So what we'll do is we'll pop onto the table, say hello to the guys, and then just let them carry on. 2 seconds.
Well, you have 2 arcs, right? So you line up that bullseye pretty easily with it, and you have the side arc as well. So it's just I don't know, a better TIE fighter with this.
It is, but it's also a complete pain in the backside to move around. I think the last game I played, I just put a load of tractor beam tokens down to like maneuver because I was flying against aces, and it just led to all sorts of problems because it took forever on TTS to like get a tractor beam and put it down, move it to an appropriate position. And I'm also not sure about the bomber. The bomber just hasn't done anything, but I know it's there for position. I know it's there as a deterrent more than anything else.
Okay, guys, just so you know, you are now live on Twitch. It is a parental advisory channel, so don't worry too much about what you may say. So yeah, welcome back, Wouter, and welcome, Andy.
Hello.
So what we're going to do is, I've just quickly gone over your list briefly. I'm going to leave you guys to it and jump off into the commentating room. When you guys are ready, just mash the middle of the table with the tab and we'll start the timer. And if you've got any issues, just jump into the commentating room and just let us know, or we'll pop in if we got anything. And then at the end of the game, we'll just pop in for a quick sort of 10-minute chat at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Right, so we'll leave them to set up. Yeah, it looks like they just started the timer by accident, maybe, or we'll just reset it. It's only a second down. Okie dokie. So yeah, very different list now for Wouter to play against. So he played against a 3 sort of AC list, and now this is very much a sort of more swarmy list. We've got the bombardment drone that potentially, going to be ioning either TIE fighters, possibly ioning rack. And I know from personal experience that the decimators don't like to be ioned. Equally, the proton bomb dishing out crits onto rack could be a problem, or even just crit straight onto TIE fighters could be a real issue.
Hi.
Hello.
I've eaten now.
Ah, good.
Fat man need food.
So yeah, it's gonna. Well, we got 5 Nantex here, PS3 Nantex with Predator.
Yeah, and I'm just looking what the bomber's got now. So it's some bombardment drones. You can drop a device, you can launch it instead.
Yep. So yeah, you can drop it 1 out the back, launch it 1 out the front, or launch it 5 out the front with Traj Sim.
Oh yeah. I love Andy's list.
Yeah, so that will give him a few different options, and with that as well, for the TIE fighters, it'll give them a few places the bomb could be, so you can't just go 5 forwards hoping to like avoid the bomb there.
Yeah. Have you been through Wouter's list?
Briefly, I mean, not as in depth as we were. So if you want to go through it, crack on.
Yes. So it's just your standard. It's not your standard. It's the one you've probably seen him doing quite well with recently. With rack with Sloane, 000, Vader, Hull Upgrade, Dauntless, and Ruthless. So basically, you can bump and take actions and strip tokens. It's quite a nasty list.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've just seen it beat Jedi. I wouldn't say it was.
No, it was close.
Yeah, it was a close game in the end. But obviously, Wouter is a very experienced player, so no doubt had a plan about how to play against Jedi, because that's quite a popular list. You know, the triple Jedi, where this list for Mandy is not a very it's a very unusual list. So I wouldn't say that Wouter hasn't got a plan, because I'm sure he knows what Nantex do, but he certainly wouldn't be as practiced maybe as he is against the Jedi.
So Andy tends to take a list and add his own little twist to things.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised he's got something that we've heard a lot of people talking about, the Nantex, and basically spamming them. But he's taken his own twist on it again.
Yeah, so I think we saw some Nantex last week on stream. So we had the what was it, the Pentaka Aces, the PS4 pilots, and they had the Gravitic Deflectors. So it was more of a defensive list, whereas this is very much more an aggressive list.
I can say Andy is quite an aggressive player. Usually, I've played Andy quite a few times.
Yeah.
Ironically, every system open I've been to, except the last one I played him.
But these the Nantex don't like stress though, because once they get stressed, they can't do their they can't rotate the arcs, and they can't obviously do their the tractor beam like repositions.
They have got very good blues though, if I remember rightly.
They do, but I'm thinking because it'll be a double stress from Sloan, won't it? So potentially could shut one down for a turn.
Although it can still use its bullseye predator mod.
No, it absolutely can,
So,
but it wouldn't be able to reposition to get the bullseye.
No. And Vader, they've not got a lot of hull, have they?
No, well, I mean, 4's not bad, but I mean, they'll lose lose that focus token, and then they haven't got the focus to spend on defense, and that could be a problem.
If you don't have a token, a Vader and then a rack shot can kill one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's quite scary.
This is it. They've got no shields, so they can't tank crits. So this is it. Chirano could very easily do some crits. Interesting. So I wonder if Chirano goes to the left of the TIE fighters and maybe threads between the debris and the gas cloud.
I imagine the TIE fighters are going to circle around this middle bit. While you were chatting before, I stole that Baby Yoda token as well.
No, this will be another interesting game. This is, I think, I don't know if it'll be as close. I have a feeling I think it'll swing one way or the other, just because I think this is certainly much more of an extreme list.
How many ion tokens does an ion bomb give out? I've not seen one in second edition. Is it 2 or 3?
2 seconds. I can tell you.
It deals out multiple. I'm just unsure.
An ion bomb at the end of the activation phase, this device detonates. When the device detonates, each ship at 0 to 1 gains 3 ion tokens.
Cool. So it can ion rack.
Oh, and each remote at range 0 to 1 suffers 1 damage. I don't think we've got any remotes in this game.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. I mean, that must have been a errated, I guess. So proton bomb's been errated as well to add a remote to it. So I guess. I
suppose it's because no one really knew.
Yeah, and I was about to say, I suppose pre-remote. So we're talking buzz droids and the Dark One, or DK1 probe droid.
Are buzz droids remotes?
I think so. I'm not sure if they're device or remote.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know the whatever things are a remote.
2 secs. Let's see. Add a vulture, and then add Discord.
So I wonder if Andy's going to just come smashing out the vote. Look at them all again.
Yeah, just tab the table.
I appreciate it.
That's right there. Yeah, they press play. Yeah.
Looks like it might have already been started. It's restarted it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if Andy's going to slow roll or just smash out the gate. See, this is more the way he's moving rack this time. This is the way I kind of do it when I was playing. Oh no, it's slightly different. I like the way that he shields his rack really well.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something I always struggle with, and rack ends up getting eaten alive. But like last game, he managed to keep. If rack had got, like if it was me flying it, they would have got rack a lot earlier.
Just gonna post up on Facebook, let people know this game's going live.
So it looks like Andy's taking a tractor. It's such a pain to move him.
Yeah, I wonder. Don't think making the token bigger would help, would it?
No, it's a bit awkward because I was flying one the other night. It's just awkward. It's hard because I don't think the ship itself has the boost of the barrel roll. So it's good in that respect that the tractor token gives you that action. But then it's just a bit fiddly because they're small. But you know, it's a hell of a lot better than not playing at all, isn't it? So, and the guys developing the mods are doing an excellent job. Even in this short space of time I've been playing, the mods changed so much. Like with updated features and like ease of access things. Even like the simple thing with the rocks now, you know, when you put the rocks down, it's so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's really nice. Is how on the ball they are with making mods and adjustments to the sort of the main game.
If anyone isn't in the Discord, thoroughly, you should totally join it because there's so much stuff being created and not just the main creators creating things, other people creating like ships and tokens and mods and all sorts. There's like Atari clusters and it's good. I like it. Cool. So they're kind of like little mini aces again, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly are in this matchup. I mean, obviously Rack is going to move after them, but there's certainly sort of lots of potential here for them to line up their bullseyes against the TIE fighters.
Is that moved on there? Oh, yeah. So 5 is big. I wonder if he's gonna scare him with the proton bomb this turn. The ion bomb, sorry. Or even a proton bomb. TIE fighters hate proton bombs.
Well, no, absolutely. Just obviously doing the crit straight to the body as such.
And he has got a reload. If you get the crit in now and do like 1 damage or something, if a bomb kills a TIE fighter, it doesn't trigger Sloan.
Sorry, what was that?
If a bomb kills a TIE fighter, it won't trigger Sloan.
Oh yeah, because it's not the ship doing the damage as such.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a range 3 bullseye.
Nice. So he's got Predator and a focus there.
Seems. Although this is it though. If the TIE fighter doesn't spend
3.
Yeah. So yeah, probably spends it. Takes a damage on red. Oh,
yeah, that's right, mate.
Not coloured the ships this time. I'll do that now.
Oh, you're a bad man. Get it done.
I know.
Colin would have had it done.
I know. Yeah, but he didn't like to speak.
Yeah, fair. Nice, it looks like a range 3. So the front 2 will probably get a range 3s, won't they?
Yeah.
So that'll be 3 because of the tractor token.
Yeah, that's it, and no token as well.
Yeah, they're both tokenless. Oh no, sorry. Well, it doesn't matter. The red one's tokenless, sorry.
Yeah.
So he's probably, I'd imagine he gets away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, on another day you don't.
Yeah.
So that's fine, and let's colour these Nantex as well. Oh no,
It's like that.
I can't colour them because they haven't got a Nantex thing. I'll have to make some little colour boxes, that's fine.
I suppose, oh, the ship's gone.
Did you just
Sure.
delete? Oh,
Yeah.
They're going to pause the clock here.
Yeah. It's just going to spawn another one.
I mean, this is it. I mean, most players are fairly practiced at this now. I don't know, obviously, how much TTS Andy's been playing.
No, Andy's been playing a lot now.
Okay, so they should both know the drill.
He was in the last season of the league. Well, it must be because this is the Jedi Council, I'm assuming. I think they both are in the same league as me.
Oh, of course,
I'm sure
yeah,
I've seen
so,
the name.
Yeah.
And I remember him. He was in the cup as well, because I played him in the cup.
So ignore these weird things you're seeing on stream.
I can tell Andy's got much more comfortable with the TTS because originally the first of our events that he entered, he brought like a swarmy style list, and it was taking him that long to play. He messaged like before the event started. He's like, "Can I please change my list, or I'm just going to drop." Because he was like saying he was only getting like 2 or 3 rounds in before the timer went. But you get used to it, don't you? Once you start playing more on it.
Yeah, no, I think I've used it a fair bit now, and I find it very helpful.
Yeah, you was in the Space Jams as well, weren't you? So one of them, I think, at least.
Yeah, I played in Rome.
Have you entered any of the next ones?
Yeah, I'm signed up for Dathomir and I forget what Poland is, but yeah, a couple of them.
It's a country, you racist.
I know, but I mean, what Star Wars fun world it is. But no, that should be good fun.
See, I'd like to, but I wouldn't be able to sit at the computer all day and play it.
Yeah, I did find it fairly taxing. Like the 6 rounds are Swiss, but then it was quite nice to be at home, so you could actually just like pop. My kitchen's obviously next door, my bathroom, and all that sort of stuff. It's not like a normal event where you'd like be walking around half the hall trying to find the toilet, and then queuing and all this sort of stuff.
It's more that the little and well want to speak to me.
Yeah.
Back in action now. Back to dials. Miss back to dials.
Colour yellow.
It's hard to remove them.
To be honest, that's what I do sometimes when I get like a job lot of like focus tokens and stuff. Is I just like just drag them into a pile.
I was laughing at him the struggle to remove the tractor token because I played some FAQ the other night and I had the same problem trying to actually take it off. It starts triggering, with the menus coming up.
Yeah.
So I'm really unsure what's going to happen here. Because the TIE fighters can only go 2. Maybe you bump the back 2 in to the other 2 and just accept that you're going to take a crit on the front 2. I'm not sure how far the 5 goes forward. With the bomb, I think it's like... You can't see where I'm pointing anyway.
So I
forget that you can't see my hand.
I'm just sorting bits out anyway.
But I feel like I don't know. You don't know the slowest move on the Nantex, do you, off the top of your head? I know they've got hard one.
Yeah, I know they can do a hard one.
I'm sure they can do... I don't think they can do a 1 forward. think we might see maybe Rack one bank rotate his arc, maybe start being involved. But he seems to tend to prefer to keep Rack battleshipping for a while, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think, because I remember watching him in I think it was the final on I can't remember the event, the Space Jam Sydney, I can't remember what it was called. And I'm sure he's kept Rack sort of at the back there, similar to what he's doing now, like battleshipping him, until we sort of engaged a bit, similar to the last game, and then bring Rack in.
This is it, you don't want to throw Rack in too soon because those decimators are just like magnets for damage cards and crits. So you do have to be a little bit careful how you sort of dive in as such, or when you commit. Right, that should sort the stream out.
So we've got to have the TIE fighters made first, aren't we? So let's see if the bomb has been dropped. That's quite cool. If you look at Andy's name, he's got the Vagabond like logo showing above his name. I like that.
Yeah, I think you can set that, can't you? It's like your profile picture.
I don't know. I've just noticed it. Then I thought that was cool. So no bomb drop. Must be saving it for the.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe you didn't want to, or perhaps you felt the TIE fighters would expect it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what he's dialed in with his ships. It makes it awkward for his ships, doesn't it, if he does it?
Yeah, because I guess the Nantex would suffer a proton bomb, much like the TIE fighters would.
There's barrel then. Oh, yep. Typical Andy, quite aggressive. I know Andy has got quite a lot of experience with the Separatists, but I don't know how much Nantex he's flown.
Yeah,
he flew a lot of droids before they were popular.
Yeah, I mean, I think I played against his droids at Fanboy Store Champs. So yeah, he has flown them for a little while because that was. Oh, when was that? Was that May Bank Holiday 2019? I think it was, or it was May or Easter, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was around. Wasn't it around the System Open time?
It was definitely a bank holiday because I know I was away for the bank holiday weekend and I came back for the Monday to play in the Store Champs because that's when my bathroom.
No, it was a hyperspace trial.
Was that? No, that was a regional, wasn't it?
No, the Fanboy. There wasn't Store Champs in 2019.
Okay, yeah, but it was an event, wasn't it? Because it's the one that I.
Okay, so he's taken the tractor and moved to get his bullseye in,
which is fairly brave, I guess. But I think with all the other Nantex,
4 dice.
Yeah, but then. This is it though. A TIE fighter can roll 3 paint, and you might just struggle to take it off the board. But I suppose if blue and purple come across as well,
I feel like you're not trying to necessarily maybe kill them. You just want to damage them, and then you want the opportunity to pop a bomb into them and take them out that way, if possible. And then you're going to be trying to get Rack, I guess. Because the TIE fighters are going to have to K-turn here, aren't they? Or hard turn or something.
Mm.
So that might be the turn. So you do your little the bomber at the back maybe just slow rolls in, and then your next turn is when you can. Not necessarily, you don't have to drop it, I guess, but the threat's there, isn't it, of pooping that bomb forward.
Okay, so yeah, we've got purple and blue coming up with supporting shots. I think blue has probably got bullseye there.
Yeah.
Interesting little turn from the bomber there. Little bank, which is obviously stressful. But then I guess he can still drop or launch a bomb 1, which is not a bad position.
Yeah, for the next turn. I suppose if you get to ion rack, that can be really.
Oh, that's just out of range 1, so no 000 from rack there.
Because rack doesn't really want to focus.
No, so it looks like he's reinforced front. So he's going to have a shot at red probably here, and he'll get his pilot ability, turning a focus into a crit. He looks like he's vadering red, so that's the evade token gone.
Ooh. I mean, you have to do it.
Oh no, definitely, because this is it now. Rat's going to shoot, and it should only be 2 green dice because he's tracted.
Yeah.
So hit crit.
See what he does there.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he's remembered.
Yeah. He's ruthlessing as well for a hit. So 2 hits and a crit. So, and that's 2 hits and a crit going through onto that Nantex. So if this is a direct hit, that will be 1 less Nantex in the world.
Stunned.
Stun pilot, okay. That was on red.
So he's not going to go through a debris or anything. He might lose that one this turn, though, with the TIE fighters.
Well, this is it. As well as saying that he was being a bit brave. I'm not saying it's a bad decision, because now, if brown and or green are on the board, that probably is a dead Nantex. I mean, it would be 2 red versus 2 green. So bomber into Chirino.
2 hits.
Yeah, reinforces 1, takes a shield.
That's not bad for the tokenless bomber, though, is it?
No. Oh, so just out bullet swings.
He's checking his bullseye, but he's still got his rotated arc to one side.
Okay.
So he's probably got 2 dice into one of the TIE fighters, if he remembers.
Yeah. So range 2 into red probably. I think it's interesting here as well, because if it'd be interesting to see what maneuver Wouter dials in for next turn. Because if he goes forward and gets an ion bomb here.
2.
Oh, 1 damage onto red.
Yeah.
Looks like red's already taken 1. That was the long range shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, let me look. It was, yeah. It's just got 2 damage on now.
So
is he going to try and kill it?
Or is he going to perhaps take brown at range 3 maybe?
We'll find out in a minute. If he rolls 3 or 4 dice. So he's got Predator there.
Predator reroll and a focus token if he wants it. Oh yeah, I think you spend that.
I think, yeah. He must have spent it, yeah.
So can spend the focus, still taking a crit and dying, but so I don't think he's going to spend the focus. Well, it seems.
Yeah, he's double stressed.
But that's it, yeah. So Admiral Sloane's ability now triggers.
It's interesting to see Andy take a different approach. That he's just going for them TIE fighters. He's just like, I'm going to get rid of them.
Yeah, so yellow's range 2 in bullseye.
Yellow is undamaged as well.
Yeah.
Predator.
Yeah. Spend for 3.
Spend for 3, yeah. Try and get him to spend that token. Maybe be wise. Yeah, it's gone. That's good. I was going to say. He's had to spend that token now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the yellow one's probably going to... Oh, he took a damage to it as well.
Onto yellow, yeah.
Yeah, so I missed that. This is a range 1 into the green. Predator.
Yeah.
No tokens though, so just the 1.
And 3 wiggles. Like I said, TIE fighters can always roll paint, and that's thing.
Yeah, but that naddies is when you don't. It's so upsetting when you don't need it.
So it looks like we've got a range 2 bullseye from green onto the green TIE fighter here. Only got 2 hull remaining on this TIE fighter. And certainly wants to try.
I'd say I'd take it, try and kill it. I wouldn't bother shooting Rack.
Well, yeah, because Rack will get reinforced as well.
Yeah. And it's also just try and get it to strip that token before it shoots that one in front of it.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah.
And there's a wiggle.
Yeah.
So this is where the TIE fighters might get some revenge now. So green taking range 1 into the tractored red Nantex.
Yep.
3 red versus 2 green, and we have a focus available. Could also shoot that bomber if you wanted to, but I think the sensible choice is obviously taking the Nantex, because Nantex got to roll double wiggle, 1 wiggle. And so that is dead. That's dead Nantex.
How much are the Nantex now, by the way?
So these ones are 31 points. So that's with Predator and obviously PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it looks like might shoot yellow, because you can get yellow TIE fighter can also shoot yellow. This one is also tractored as well, so there's only got 2 green dice in defense, and there's 1 crit.
He certainly doesn't want to take that crit.
No, but double evade, he's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think the yellow one will shoot the blue one, if I'm honest.
Well, he is, especially if he's range 2.
That's range 1. But he's got no mods, you see, the voice. Well,
yeah.
So I'm not sure what's better, an extra dice or a reroll.
Yeah. Tough.
Oh, he's got focus token still, so 2.
Oh, just landed, so I think that's 1 damage on yellow.
Yep.
Yellow's that one. Okay, I think that's the end of the turn.
So this one is going to be an interesting turn, I think.
Well, this is it. So my concern here might be that Rack goes forwards, and I think Rack needs to hard turn in here, because if Rack goes forwards and gets, say, the ion bomb comes out the front of the bomber here, potentially could get ion this turn and next turn, and just keeps heading towards that bottom board edge, and just not only out the fight, but also runs the risk of possibly being run off the board.
I think he's got a long way to go off the board.
Yeah, but let's say for argument's sake, he does a 2 forward here. I don't think he'll get Shepherd off the board here, but I think also if Rack hard turns in, he's going to have plenty of targets to shoot.
I think that bomber's going to hard 2 here.
Yeah. Yeah,
because then there's the chance if Rack pops in behind him and bumps, he'll still have his calculator if need be. But then it's that he's threatening the bomb behind him as well as in front. I don't think you really gain anything by ioning just Rack now.
No. I don't think you do.
And now that proton bombs hit your shields, it's not such a.
So Foxhound in chat reckons that focus token was from the red TIE fighter that yellow spent.
I don't really know how to check. But didn't. So red didn't spend it. It was Reds was.
Just pop on the table and just ask them. And if it is, it would be 1 less damage on that yellow Nantex. But see what the players say.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll just double check that. It's entirely possible. There's also a lot of ships there, ships coming off at different initiative values and what have you, and obviously some of the tokens obviously perhaps just didn't get cleared up properly. But I'm sure the players will check. Equally, these two players are two very good players playing in the top league. So I'd hope they would keeping an eye on their own tokens, but mistakes get made. So yeah, we're just setting dials again. So I think they're just chatting about the focus tokens now. You can sort of see the waving of the hands trying to negate. So we'll see what they say, and I'm sure they can sort out what they want to do. So if you're in chat, what do you reckon the bomber might do here? We're going to see ion bomb. We're going to see a proton bomb. I mean, the ion bomb may not be terrible anyway, just because it might help the Nantex predict where Rear Admiral Chirino will be next turn, because at least then you know the Decimator is going to be doing one forward from that point. Although I imagine that the Decimator will probably be stressed this turn if he turns in, probably looking for the Dauntless to do the action. So actually being able to doing the blue one forward is not terrible.
Right, I'm back.
All right.
So we come to the conclusion that none of us know. So Andy said he doesn't care either way. So
nah, fair enough. That's it. I mean, it is the responsibility of both players to maintain the board state, isn't it? So if they both missed it and we weren't, we were just sort of chatting and sorting other bits out, so we weren't 100% aware.
These things happen sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, that's it. It's not malicious or anything like that. Mistakes happen, especially when you're dealing with so many different shots going in. So green and brown turning in there.
Okay, so no bombs were dropped.
Yeah, no bomb again, which is I think I would have perhaps dropped something there. Because like I said, I was just saying in the chat, is even if he did the ion there, at least then that would help you predict where the Decimator is going to be next turn.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, what else is the bomber going to do there in that position? I suppose the bomber is stressed, so probably.
I think the hard too.
There's a lot of bumping going on here. So although the Nantex
there is shenanigans that can go on here, isn't there? I mean, I guess he wouldn't want to, because he TIE fight. If he barrel rolls off that one, he's getting shot more, isn't he?
Well, this is it, and you're potentially still going to have bullseye in play anyway if the Decimator comes hard round, or you've got the range 1 arc shot, and you're not getting shot by 2 TIE fighters if you're yellow. So it's not a terrible place to be. Blue.
That's why I quite like the hard. The hard 2.
What's this? Have we got a bomb?
Huh?
Did he? Perhaps he meant to drop a bomb and forgot, and Walter's letting him drop the bomb.
Yeah. Maybe it's in case he did use a focus. Oh, whoops! He forgot systems.
Yeah.
So Walter started moving. They both did.
Yeah, and this is it. It's like, because the TIE fighter, Valto is like the first player to activate. He might have just jumped into his activation phase, and that's entirely reasonable to go back and let him drop the bomb.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you don't have anything in your system phase, you do just sometimes forget.
I know, exactly. I mean, one of the first things I normally say to my opponents at the start of the game is, have you got any system phase triggers, or have you got any start of engagement phase triggers? And then if they have, I'll always say, well, system phase, so not trying to remind them, but then we don't end up with that situation where you suddenly go, oh, I forgot the system phase. And obviously,
I mean, I'm similar. I try and we check at the start, but when you get in the game, sometimes you just lose your track of their. You're trying to keep track of your own stuff as well as theirs. It can be a bit.
Yeah, and I think the difference might be as well is if the separatist player was moving first, then it would be a bit different. So
yeah,
I think
So
that's
that's an
interesting.
ion
Yeah.
bomb under rack. So
Yeah.
that means next turn he's going to go onto the debris.
Yeah. See, this is what I was saying. Drop the ion bomb because then you're going to know where he's going to go, and not only that, yeah, you're going to pop him. Yeah. So they're doing the bomb. So then I suppose as well, 2 Nantex are going to be ioned here, and the bomber.
So this is actually the 000
Well,
trigger.
yeah, they should be doing the bomb first, shouldn't they?
Did they not all happen at the start of the activation?
No. It's end of activation phase, isn't it, for bomb? And 000 start of engagement phase, isn't it?
I don't think it really matters.
Do you want to just?
No, it's fine.
No, but do you want to just jump on the table and remind them about the bomb if they forget, because they are forgetting?
Yeah, see what happens.
They have forgotten the bomb.
Oh no, they're doing Vader now.
I know, but it's still the bomb.
It doesn't matter. See if they do the bomb after all this. Because there's no point interrupting if it works.
Okay, so Vadering blue, I think that was?
Yeah, it's 3 damage.
Yeah.
Now, they probably do the bomb next. We'll see. Oops.
I think they remember the bomb now.
Yeah.
Or is purple out? Oh no, purple's just in, I think.
It's hard to tell with that sunbeam effect, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think yellow, green, the bomber, and obviously Chirino. So
it's one of them.
Actually, then the Decimator's not going to land on that debris because it's going to bump into that purple Nantex.
Well, the Nantex. Oh no, the Nantex can't, can it? I was thinking it could do its.
No, it can only focus. It can't do its tractor beam and rotate.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you have to do the rotate
action.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so
you can only do a focus action as well. You can't do any of the other stuff.
No, that's exactly what I mean. So to be able to. Wow.
Oh, nice.
So this is Chirino range 2 into blue, 2 hits and a crit without any mods, and this is the one that's stressed. So there was a Sloan reroll available, and has reinforced front. So could have also used ability, but 2 evades is decent.
Crit's nasty though.
Yeah, crit onto blue.
What there? It is a damage sensor array again.
Okay, that's half points on that one now. Yeah, interesting. So so I think purple obviously will bump rack, and then rack will bump purple, and then rack and then Dauntless to do a focus.
Yeah, although
if you want to, you may decide not to, but then I suppose also the bomber could drop another ion bomb next turn as well. Be interesting. So
I think it depends what happens here. If he takes the shields off Cherno, it's a good idea to drop the proton.
I think this is.
That was a Predator.
Yeah, I think this is the blue one, isn't it? So number 5, shooting into green, I think. So green spends a focus and
takes a crit.
No, it's just the crit.
Sorry, blinded pilot.
Yeah, because
that's a bit.
Blue had no tokens, so had to could only do hit crit.
Yeah. See if he manages. See what he's doing next. So it's that guy.
Yeah, yellow into green.
Yep. Cool. No Predator or tokens. Just one. So 1 through. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because the 1 through would have killed it, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Now, green Nantex is pointing front, so can't shoot. Purple could shoot into green, unless it takes the shot into Chirino. I guess maybe you shoot green Nantex first to see if it strips Chirino's shields, and then you could fire purple at either target.
Because, as well, the green one is flanking, isn't it? So
bomber...
The reinforced doesn't work.
Bomber gets 1 damage through on the brown TIE fighter.
Yep. You know, he's doing quite well at pushing damage through into these TIE fighters.
Yeah.
So this is obviously something. I think this might be brown into rack.
So yeah, green has to shoot forwards. It hasn't got a choice. So it's got bullseye, focus, and predator.
So It's not got the bullseye there.
Does it not?
No, because the chat one's more.
Okay. They're rolling for it.
Oh,
unless they decide, they may have decided between them that it was definitely in, and perhaps it's just one of those where the the box of the ship's not quite right. So Chirino was down to 1, and now looks like shield and a damage card there.
See what I mean? Now is the time to drop a proton.
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
no shot with yellow TIE fighter.
So that was the 2.
Yeah, green and purple. This is it. I think that's what I said. If green,
I was just trying to figure out what was the reroll everything for, but obviously it was the attack there.
Another shot. Yeah. So green TIE fighter gets a crit into blue and can't use the Sloan reroll, but blue takes another crit.
What's he got this time? That's damage sensor, and is that disabled power regulator? Okay. So next turn, if he survives, he's ioned.
Yeah. Well, after next engagement, he'll take it away. But Brown will probably shoot him here at range 2.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
With Sloan reroll and a focus token. So 2 damage.
It's 2. So 1 kills him.
Ooh.
Oh, that's unlucky. I suppose it's not unlucky. It's pretty average, isn't it? It just seems more unlucky when you haven't got the token.
Yeah, I guess so. So I think that is it for shots.
Yeah.
Well,
although Andy's lost 2 ships, I don't think he's in a bad position.
No, it's not terrible, like you say. So I think it all probably depends. But this proton bomb that comes out is also going to crit green and possibly purple if it does come out.
Green's not ioned, is it? Oh, it is.
Yeah. So it's going to bump Rack as well. So you know exactly where it's going to be. So green can't shoot Rack because Rack will be pinned. Purple can't shoot Rack. So a Rack might get away with very little damage here. It all depends if yellow or the bomber. Well, the bomber's ioned, so he's got to go forwards. And then some of these TIE fighters might just K-turn here because they're going to be able to shoot. Nantex is in the rear, and the Nantex can't shoot backwards.
No. But they can always hard one.
Yeah. I think possibly, though, you know that it's only yellow Nantex that's got free reign of movement here.
Yeah.
For the Separatists. So, yeah, I think could be an interesting turn. I mean, yellow probably can do a hard turn here, then shoot purple.
Yeah. I mean, there is that the TIE fighters know where most of his ships are.
Yeah. And you're probably thinking that yellow's going to be careful, though, because if he banks too quickly down towards the bomber, he might get caught by the... if there is going to be a proton. Now, Andy may not choose not to drop a proton bomb, but maybe it's too good an opportunity to miss.
Just flipping Andy's ion bomb.
The charger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, so the overlay gives me charges on some things like the proton bombs, but I've got no charges I can tick on the overlay.
I guess it's because people haven't been using ion bombs much.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, maybe one if I point out, they'll be able to know the guy that runs Tabletop TO.
Yeah, he's a good guy, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. So we're about 37.5 minutes left in the game, and I think it's still very much in the balance, sort of trading ships.
Yeah. I think this could be a deciding turn, though, depending on what happens. Because there's every opportunity for Wouter to capitalise on the ion, but also Andy, depending if he does maybe drop the proton bomb, depending what crit rack takes, it can just be deadly. If it hull breach where everything's face up, Decimator's worst crit.
Yeah. But then it's not terrible this turn, because like, if yellow's the only ship shooting him...
So Andy's... Oh, I see. He's not set them dials because of the...
the
ions.
Always, it's not going to launch forwards, is he?
No.
So is it a proton bomb? Yes.
Yes. It's weird sometimes when that one template comes down at an angle on the visual display.
If the bomber goes one forwards, I think it'll be out, won't it? Because it'll be 3 away. Yeah, it'll be 3 away, and its range 1's 2.5. So I don't think it can bomb itself.
It's got K turns. Green.
Yeah, nice. Oh, interesting. I suppose. I don't know if you'll get... Oh, you might get arc actually on purple. I suppose purple's not going that far forwards.
Yeah.
I know yellow actually will probably have purple, so could just focus here. So you've taken the barrel roll, yeah.
They haven't got much choice, have they, the TIE fighters?
Well, no, but he could barrel roll, couldn't he? But I don't think he needs to...
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to open his arc up. So yeah, you got a couple of bumps here. Clears the stress because it's a blue maneuver, but no actions for the bump, and can't do its tractor beam and rotating
shenanigans.
Yeah, because of the ion.
There it goes. Bumped. That's a shame because that ship will probably take a crit and then a Vader.
Vader, and then range 3 shot from the green TIE fighter. Yeah, it could be.
Will Rack move at all? The question now is: will Rack move? No, so they'll still be touching, won't they?
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. So like, green and purple can't shoot Rack this turn.
And the bombardment drone doesn't get a...
So yellow has come in, and now although it will get bullseye, probably predator and focus.
I think he might be trying the tractor barrel roll. No.
I think you just take the bullseye here, don't you? You're going to take the bomb, whatever. So.
Yeah, he's not even moved.
Yeah. But can Daredevil? Yeah, nice.
Take the focus.
They're
dauntless.
Yeah, you may as well take the focus. It's free, isn't it? Apart from obviously the stress. But so yellow, green, purple. Ooh, purple.
I think it gets close. Purple as well.
Yeah, I think just very close. So go on. You can read these out to me. So what's Rack got there? Disabled power regular.
I was looking at the other side. Yep, Rack's got disabled power regulator. That is weapons failure on yellow. On the yellow Nantex.
That's big.
The green has taken a direct.
Wow.
Let's see if it put one on purple. No, they've decided it doesn't get purple.
Okay.
Oh no, he's just put one on it. Loose stabilizer. For purple.
And that's the damage if you don't do a straight, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Execute a non-straight maneuver.
Yeah.
Which actually is probably not a great maneuver for him as well. So purple's taking a stress or a calculate. I'd surely give Rack a calculate, yeah.
Yeah, that's done. And he's Vadering someone.
Vader in yellow. No, that's not bad. So weapon failure.
He's taking the damage.
Okay. No, I think that's not a terrible choice. I mean, he's got one hole left, and he's got the weapon failure, so he can get 3 dice attack there.
Yeah. Predator
and focus, so he could push through some damage there. But obviously, Churno's going to shoot him first. I guess he could still ruthless here as well. Wow. Okay, yeah. And then does he
Calculate.
Brown can afford to take a damage, so he could ruthless Brown. Yeah, he's just thinking that now.
Yeah, because 1 damage guarantees him dead. The Nantex.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very dead Nantex.
Yeah.
And then now Chirino's not getting shot this turn.
No. Yeah, I think that proton bomb didn't go quite as... It was a lot worse for Andy.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a tough one.
I mean, I'd have done the same.
No, I think he had to do it because there's what else do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, so shouldn't be any shots to worry about from the Separatists.
Who's seeing if he's got? There we go. So Separatist's got the range 1.
Is he out the? Yeah, he's out the right hand side. Okay.
Yeah. So 3 dice.
And he could kill Brown here, but then that will double stress Purple. Okay, he may kill Brown here, and then Yellow's going to get the Sloan reroll and a focus token.
Oh, he's popped.
Yeah, so yeah, so
it depends whether it's...
Brown's very dead.
Yeah. So that's on to Purple. That's pretty shit. So Purple's probably going to have to do a turn and take the stress, isn't he? Take the damage, sorry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's just going to have to slowly fly off the board.
This is it. Range 2 shot. 2 red dice with the reroll and a focus token. So Sloan reroll got a crit so far. Oh, just rolled over to a hit crit. And nothing from the Nantex. Purple's got 1 damage card, so what's the crit?
It is... It's just about to flip it now.
Direct. Oh, my word. Well, that's unfortunate. But it is X-Wing at the end of the day. That's sometimes how it works. I mean,
yeah.
I think that's one of the big problems with the Nantex, in a way, is that it's got no shields. So, you know, those crits do sneak through.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's sad when you like get the nasty crit, but like the crit, so one of the things I quite enjoy about X-Wing.
Oh no, definitely. I think
but,
I think
especially 2.0.
Yeah, this is it. You know, you can't plan for it. You know, it's going to happen to you. So Chirino is stressed, pointing at that debris field, but probably just wants to go as fast as possible here to stop any other bombs coming out the back of this bomber.
Yeah.
Green Nantex is. No, it was yellow Nantex had the weapon failure, wasn't it?
No, it was the. Yes, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all my little coloured boxes have got marked up on this thing. Okay. Hey, you know what? We've still got 28 minutes left in this match.
Yeah, it's been a really good match.
Yeah.
In fact, both games have been good.
Yeah, I say the first one was interesting because it wasn't that exciting as for the first 45 minutes, but then it was just like chaos for half an hour, and then then quite a close finish. So yeah, it was good game. So we've got 1 Nantex left alive on 2 hull points.
Yep, and an untouched bomber.
Yeah,
with a proton bomb and a ion bomb. Because he fired this turn, didn't he?
Yes, he did, yeah.
He did.
So, evening, Jason.
It's just flipping the charge on the proton bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. So where does the Nantex go here? Because he needs a token.
Yeah. I think he probably has to turn towards the bomber, doesn't he? And then he can I suppose you could focus rotate. Yeah, sort of attract to rotate. Oh no, there's a bomb coming. So this Nantex. Can it do a hard 3? Hard 3 to the left?
I can't. I'm not sure of the dial that way. I've not flown a lot of Nantex.
2 seconds, I can tell you. I'll look at the other
I flew
screen.
Chertek a little bit.
So the dial, yes. So actually, the Nantex dial looks quite nice. So
yeah, it's got almost everything on it.
Yeah, so it can do.
Now I've been thinking about it.
Yeah, do all the hard turns. All the banks are blue. Can go 2 or 3 forward blue, 4 or 5 forward white. It's got 3 sloops and a 5k. So I think probably hard 3 over the top. I'd imagine of over rack. Possibly looking for a bump there with green. Trying to block the bomber.
I can see the bomber trying to do a hard 2. Because you have to remember that the droid's dial is a bit weird.
Yeah, that's it. It's almost binary, isn't it? So it's
straight.
Yeah, straights and hards are fine, but banks are stressful.
Hard 3, like you said, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Because it clears and gets him away from the bomb, and he can still rotate, take the tractor beam, focus, but it's not. Well, I suppose actually, depending on what Chirino's done it, because Chirino's currently stressed. If Chirino was to go, say, like a 1 bank or 1 forwards, it may still hit that debris.
Oh, he's just focused. He's not taking the tractor.
No, evade he's done.
Evade, sorry.
The bomber hasn't bumped.
Hard 1. Barrel roll target lock. Maybe. Because it's barrel roll into link target lock, in it.
Yeah, so you could go barrel roll to the left, I guess, can't you? Then that's it. Yeah, get out of the arc.
Yeah.
And then like I could say target lock. What's that? Green TIE
Green's only got 1 left.
Yeah.
Is he linking it? Yeah, he's linked it.
Okay, so Chirino, double stress, is he?
What did he do?
He's gone into the debris.
1 bank left. No, he'll get.
So yeah,
he'll get 1.
Yeah,
but he'll clear 1.
Yeah, and the other proton bomb goes off and doesn't get anybody.
Nope. So Rack will probably have a range 3 into the droid.
So 000, nothing, and then Vader, nothing, I imagine.
No.
But again, the Nantex can't shoot anybody, so yeah, just concentrate on that bomber. I say concentrate. It's only a range 3 shot, I guess, but
it's tokenless, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, he could ruthless the yellow one if he wanted. TIE fighter, but probably doesn't need to. At this
Is
point.
It not range 1 of the defender?
It might be actually. Yeah, I'm not sure about.
I'm not sure. While you perform an attack, you may choose another friendly ship at range 0 to 1 of the defender.
So the bomber was stressed, so also got a slow reroll. So 1 damage coming through on the bomber.
I mean, he could slow the green, but then the green dies. So, I mean, I'd be half tempted to, because the green's probably going to die anyway.
So this looks like this is the bomber's attack. So 1 hit, reroll into 2. A hit crit. Wiggles. Oh, double wiggle. This is it. That's what I told you earlier, Ben. TIE fighters can roll paint. And no shot from yellow.
So bomber took 1 damage. So how did Rack land on that? He's got a load of iron tokens still.
Because he's got disabled power regulator, hasn't he? So he's going to be.
Is it?
Yeah, he's going to be banking 1 a turn.
So he's clear. He won't hit the rock again next turn.
Well, this is it. You can go 1 forward, then do the ion move.
Yeah.
Or 1 forward hard turn, then do the ion move. So 22 minutes left in the game now, and
what are the scores?
Volta is 140, or Valter, sorry, is 140, and Andy is 55.
Okay.
That 55 is destroying 2 TIE fighters and half pointing 1.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think this score is reflecting how close the game actually is.
No, I think...
Sometimes it doesn't, though, does it?
It's a shame that bomber hasn't got delayed fuses, because then it could have actually like launch with a delayed fuse or something like that now. But I don't think launching is... I mean, again...
He's only got an ion bomb left as well.
And actually,
maybe
it might be a waste to ion rack this turn, because he's going to be on 2 ion already. You then go to 5, and I think you clear all ion, don't you?
Yeah.
So that might be a bit of a waste.
It just says once you execute an ion maneuver, flip this card or something along those lines.
No, I'm thinking about the ion tokens that will actually be on. I don't think any excess over 3 stay.
No, they just go.
Yeah. There might be a bit of a waste. So, Bomber's
probably going to Vader him here as well.
Well, this is it. Yeah, possibly. Well, I see. If he goes 1 forward, Vader and shoots him, I guess. So 5k from the Nantex. Might get a range-free shot from the green TIE fighter here.
I didn't see that coming.
Cool. So I assume that clears his stress.
Yeah.
If he was single stressed, and then oh, he's taking the target. I suppose because he got 000, might give him the
I don't think he'll get 000.
No. So Vadering for a damage.
Yeah, makes sense. It's 3 damage.
Yeah.
So that's 2 there.
So 3 left on him.
Yeah.
He bumped into yellow, didn't he? So yellow TIE fighter can't shoot him.
No.
But he can ruthless as well, can't he? So he can target lock now. Yeah.
And then see what happens afterwards.
Well, 3 hits.
Yeah.
Whee!
Nee, so 2. 1, sorry.
Yeah. That's half points on the bomber.
And now he's got his eye on.
Yeah.
So now he does the 1 forwards.
Yeah, which is fine. It's a blue forwards. Take a focus action.
Yeah.
You know, there's worse things you could be doing in life. So, looks like has got range 1 on the Academy here. So that's hit crit into the green TIE fighter.
So he just needs 1 to go through and he's popped him.
Oh.
Nope. Maybe for the best.
Yeah, well, the Nantex will get a shot as well.
Yeah.
Should get a shot. Its arc is facing forward, so it's only going to be 2 damage, I guess. On it. Don't think they're going to measure. Might just be out, but I think it's quite close.
Okay.
I might have just checked, but it's like, well, I'll see.
Next time, 20 minutes or so still plenty of time. Blended. No overcrits. Okay.
So with that half a points on the bomber, Wouter has now gone up to 163 points.
Rack his eye on this turn.
Yeah, but I mean, apart from the fact that he can only do a focus action, which you might want to like reinforce rear or something.
Yeah, because I think if the bomber maybe hard 2s and then barrel rolls back, I think he can get out of the arc.
Possibly, yeah.
Of Rack. It depends whether he uses TIE fighters to stop that happening. Because he has to be really careful with that bomber not to bump him. Because it's just going to be free Vader damage in it.
Yeah. That's it, yeah. You need to get that green token to protect you. So X-Wing Green Dragon says in chat, Andy can now only win by destroying Rack. So he lost the game. And I think that's a fair one, is that, yeah, he's...
Is it Green Dragon or Green Dragoon?
Oh, it's Dragoon, yeah, sorry.
So it's Brendan.
Ah.
Do you remember from Worlds?
Yeah. But the... this is it. I think, yeah, what's it? 33 points in TIE Fighters on the board, which isn't, not going to win you the game. So it has to be Rack.
Rack's got quite a lot of health left as well.
Yeah, what's he got? 11. No.
He's got 13 and he's lost 3, so 10.
So I'll update that.
Yeah, see, the TIE Fighters stopped him from doing the barrel roll. So he has to take the focus now to stop him dying. Overcalculate whatever, knowing full well that it's going to go.
Yeah, that's it, a green token. But there's definitely, there's a... Oh, no, maybe there won't be a TIE Fighter there.
So I like that.
Because actually, I suppose you could target, you can track... Oh, no, you'd have to... Oh, no, it's fun. Yeah, you can go forwards.
I thought he tractor then and boost.
Yeah, boost him forwards, because yes, you rotate the arc, but he's probably still got the bullseye on green. Yeah, I think he's doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Volta's actually just pointed that out by lip things as well and just explaining, maybe. Because then at least he perhaps gets a range 1 shot in it. Green.
Or maybe Andy's just said, I've done it the wrong way round and he's gone whatever.
That's cool, that's it, I think. So yeah, probably... so yeah, as we expected.
Yeah.
But looks like... Yep. Vader and Arc from Chirano, but I guess the barrel roll's probably blocked by that TIE Fighter.
Yeah, but if the TIE Fighter wasn't there, my idea was brilliant.
Yeah. No doubt. Okay,
yeah,
so it's range 1 as well, which is going to be smart.
I think you have to lose a token, don't you?
So yeah, he's not taking the stress, giving him the calculate.
No. And now he's faded him.
Yeah.
I assume. Yeah.
What's he doing? I've not seen a damage card.
He's not got rid of that token either. Cool.
Yep, so taking the damage.
He's taking the damage. I did not see that coming.
I guess maybe you think that it's going to die anyway, because, Rack's got a range 1 shot here. Oh, no. Okay, so they've done it the other way around, so he said he can spend the calculate.
Yeah, he's changed his mind.
Maybe he didn't realise he could spend the green token to stop it.
Yeah.
So, Rack range 1 into the bombardment drone. Ooh. So, can spend for 2. Could Ruthless yellow?
Ruthless.
Yeah, so yellow probably takes the damage here, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was almost full health, wasn't it? Oh, no.
It had 1 damage card. Ooh, I think that's a dead bomber.
It is.
And we've got Charles Death Rain in chat now as well. He's getting quite excited for Admiral Sloane and Ruthless by those things.
Let's say he loves Ruthless, doesn't he?
Yeah. Okay, so let's see if the green Nantets can at least polish off a TIE Fighter.
I think losing the bomber there has probably cemented the game now. Yeah, because he has to kill Rack, doesn't he?
Yeah, unless he takes range 3 into Rack, which it looks like he's doing.
I guess he knows, Andy's another one who's good at keeping track of points. So he knows what his win condition is. And he probably doesn't really fancy being double stressed.
No, I imagine so. But, I mean, half points from Rack is not going to do much for him. It's now 185.
No, but he needs to try and kill Rack, doesn't he? The TIE fighters are irrelevant.
Yeah, no, I guess so. Yeah, they're only worth 33 points on the table, aren't they?
You know, I know he might have killed that one there, but then he's double stressed. It's just more to try and deal with.
The problem is, if he kills Rack in the next less than 12 minutes... I think he accidentally rotated him there.
Yeah, I don't actually know how you undo that.
Probably undo on the...
No, it doesn't work because it's a tracked token.
Unlock the ship and rotate it through 90 degree, maybe?
Got a clue, mate.
Do you want to pause the clock?
I can't pass the clock.
Well, pop into the chat.
Change colour. Green.
Hey, they fixed it, they fixed it.
Oh, okay. It's like I was literally about to click on the clock.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the points actually. If he does kill all 111 points of Rear Admiral Chirino, that only puts him on to 177. And that still puts him behind, so he needs to get a TIE fighter as well.
Oh dear.
Which is a lot of work to do for one ship.
Mm.
It's possible, like, the Nantex, if it gets Bullseye, Focus and Predator, could keep... but it probably needs, what, three rounds of combat? 4 rounds of combat?
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, one lucky crit through on Cherno can change everything though, can't it?
Yeah, no, definitely, like, Panic Pilot maybe, as it's, looking at the wrong way at the board edge, or...
I think he's just gone. He's daring him to kill that yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he has the option, though, to ignore the yellow this time. Because before it wasn't so bad, because that ship wasn't shooting him. I suppose it could probably tractor and dodge that.
Well, that's it. Dodge arc.
Rotate forward focus.
Mm.
I think he's gone the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, and you can take the focus.
See if it do it. Yeah, he's got to rotate. There we go.
So then, let's say, I assume Racket... Oh, okay.
Oh? I don't think he cares.
But that does give potentially a range 3 shot for the Nantex there.
Yeah, it's possibly obstructed though.
I'd imagine so, but it's going to be a bullseye shot.
Hold on, multiple closest points. So, yeah, you'd have to go with the bullseye arc, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So Chirino shoots, gets hit crit. Nantex is going to take a crit.
Did you see that the other evade was there till the other one landed on it?
What's that?
What's that? Wounded pilot.
That's not good because the rotating is an action, so you could end up stressing yourself before you actually get to do your...
Yeah. Predator.
Don't think you could ruthless that turn because he's not 0 to 1 of a... Oh no, I suppose it's 0 to 1 of the defender.
He could have done that, yeah. I don't think he wants to kill his own ship, though.
So he looks like he's taking another damage there on Chirino.
Yeah.
2, 3, 5.
Oh.
Is that just
range.
in?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Hit crit. 2 green dice in defense, and he's double wiggles. And that, unfortunately, is game.
That was a good game. I
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
pretty brutal. What we'll do is let's jump onto the table and have a chat with the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Points.
Hey guys, Tim here. So we've joined you on the table. You are live. Well played. Great game. Commiserations, Andy. I think
That's all right.
we liked the way you were being like really aggressive and getting in there. And I think there was just a few turns and it just didn't quite pan out. And yeah, it just.
This is game 3 for this list. So I'm happy. It should be easier against a decimator. But yeah, it's Wouter even knows exactly what he is he's doing with this list.
Oh no, absolutely, and I think it was just really unfortunate that turn where you ioned and then proton bombed, you probably actually did more harm to your own list. But you know,
but it was
it's worth it. Absolutely, yeah, it was worth it.
That could have turned the game. I could have taken a load of stuff on it, and then the decimator gets a horrible failure.
Yeah, I'd have done exactly the same.
So.
No, well played, Wouter. You managed to go unbeaten tonight on the stream in the 2 games.
Yay!
We have some TIE fighters surviving the game, which the chat are a little bit disappointed in that you didn't ruthless in the last turn. But
Oh yeah, my own ship. Yeah, I'm not gonna give points away. I'm never gonna do that.
Yeah, but did you not give points away because by not ruthlessing, you then got hit range 3 and gave half the points of your ship away?
Maybe, but you roll like 3 dice with the focus, right? So,
we-
I'm not gonna bother.
I will say that we got Charles from the Death Reigns blog in the chat, and he's judging you quite harshly at the moment, ruthlessly, one might say.
That's because Death Rain has been. If I don't know if you've seen him on the Hexiled gaming stream, a lot of the times he's ruthlessed his own ships to more damage than his opponent's done.
But no, cheers for coming on and playing, guys. We will probably wrap it up there. Unless is there anything either of you would like to say before we get off?
Lovely opponent. I hope to meet you again soon. But other than that, it's been sweet.
Yep, likewise.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We'll be back next week from 7 o'clock UK time with a couple of more games. We may see if we can get the final of the knockout, which will be, funnily enough, it'll be Wouter back on stream versus Nicholas God.
He's also been on the stream many times.
Well, this is it. You know, two great players, and I'm sure that will be a great game to watch. These games are going to be on our Twitch for a couple of weeks, and then we'll be uploading them to YouTube. So please check them out. Don't forget, we had a podcast episode came out yesterday, and yeah, it's all been pretty good for X-Wing at the moment. So I think I've got my league game tomorrow night. So otherwise, have a great week, and we shall see you all. So it's goodbye from me, goodbye from Ben.
From me.
Oh,
bye.
And goodbye from Wouter.
Yep.
Wouter, sorry. And Andy. Goodbye from Andy.
Goodbye.
Right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Have a good night.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.